Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the pregame, the ALDS pregame, Game 1, Kansas City Royals, New York Yankees. How's everybody doing today? I got my guy, the Ace Avenue, on the show this afternoon or this evening. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
And I'm doing great, man. Ready for some postseason New York Yankees. This will be my first year. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs last year, but it's going to be my
Right.
first time with the Yankees in the postseason. So you just never know what's going to happen. And I'm loving this time of the year. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I mean, first playoff pregame that I'm doing. This is really exciting. It's a different kind of feeling. Woke up this morning. I was just like, it's Yankees baseball today. Game 1. It's postseason, October. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. But shout out to everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing today? Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. And make sure you guys subscribe to the Ace Avenue too. I'll put his link in the description after the show. Go there and show him some support. He's doing some great things. And make sure you all are hitting the heart emojis down there at the bottom too. It does really help out with the stream. But let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Let's see who we got. We got CT Cars in the building. Sean Browning, Pito Will. What's up? We got Nosebleed section. We have Ray Klickner. What is going on? Rodney, what's up, my guy? What's going on, Rodney? We got Joe in the building. What's up, Joe? Daniel, what's going on? Who else we got? We got Sabine in the building. What up, Sabine? Zanley, what's going on? What's up? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel. But you saw the roster that the Yankees came out with, right, Ace?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let me pull it up on the screen for everybody to see, just so we can talk about it. And we'll talk about the lineup too. Here we go. Where we at? So that's the roster. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. But that's the roster right there. That's the 26-man roster. Trying to fit it onto the screen there. Probably might need to zoom in a little bit more. But is there anything? Are you happy with this roster? Is there any surprises? Anything you would have changed?
Nothing I would have changed, but we heard that Stroman was going to be left off, and obviously, he's not on the roster.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. Rizzo obviously not on the roster either, which was to be expected. But we're gonna see. I'm glad that Jason Dominguez made the roster, even though we know that Verdugo is getting the start today. But we got to do what we got to do, and we have a lot of. I think we're one pitcher down than normal, aren't we? Let me see.
Yeah. So we have 11. We have 11 pitchers total. So what's up, Virginia? What's going on? She said, "Let's go Royals." We got a Royals fan in the building. What's up? But yeah. So 11 pitchers instead of 12. They were debating whether or not they should go 11 or 12. But there's no Mark Leiter Jr. If you notice, he's not on the roster. No DJ, no Rizzo, no Marcus Stroman. At first I thought they were going to go just one lefty. Tim Hill. I thought that's who they were going to go with and leave Tim Meza out. But it makes sense why they're going with Meza. I'm pretty sure they want to have two lefties in the bullpen.
Yep.
So
especially with Nestor. Yep.
Yeah, especially with Nestor being out. If Nestor was healthy, Meza would probably be left out. I think we can agree on that. But I'm cool with 11. I honestly thought they were going to go 12. Duke Ellis, you noticed they added Duke Ellis to the roster.
I'm sure for some pinch running purposes at the end of the game. Like, let's say Giancarlo Stanton gets on via a walk late in the game, tie a ball game. We're going to be seeing Duke Ellis in there. Hopefully he can steal a couple of bases. So,
yeah, no doubt. I know there's a few people that I was talking to. They said that, they said that, why are they adding Duke Ellis when they already have, John Birdie as far as speed goes. But I think the more speed, the better. I mean, more speed never hurts. So, I'm not opposed to this. I'm not opposed to this roster. I do like this roster. I think they did a good job of, plugging in the players that they needed to plug in. I think we all knew the obvious names, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this roster right now. So, and yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we're, at least for right now, we're combating speed with speed. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going against a Royals team that is very fast. We're going to have to be able to manufacture some runs in late game situations. So you have two guys in Ellis and Birdie that can steal bases. We know Volpe and Jazz also can steal as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it. Nothing really surprising with this roster. Like I said, one pitcher down, but it's a 5-game series. You know what I'm saying? It's the best of 5. If this was, I doubt they go in with one less pitcher in the CS if we make it that far. So we should be able to get it done. Hopefully, if Garrett Cole goes out, gives us about 7, 8. Rodon gives us about 7 tomorrow. We might not need that extra pitcher. So never know.
Yeah, I had a feeling they were going to go 11 pitchers. I mean, when they were going back and forth on 11 or 12, I know they like their pitching. I know they like to load up on that bullpen, but I think since it's a 5-game series, right? They want to have a little more offense. I think if they reach the ALCS, I'm right there with you. I think they're gonna go 12 pitchers probably. So, if they do make it to the ALCS, I can see them leaving off Duke Ellis and adding a pitcher if they make it to the ALCS.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Is
right there
that?
with you.
Yeah, you're right there. Okay, cool. But what does everybody, folks in the chat, let me know what you all think. What do you all think about the roster? Are you all happy with the roster? Are you all sad about it? Or what are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. And what's up? Back it up, Binge. That's our Orioles friend. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So maybe your boys will get a little further next season. They had a good season. There's no denying there. They got a good team. They just when it comes to the postseason, it's a game. It's a different animal. So yeah, so folks like the roster. I'm seeing a couple of the comments here. So everybody's cool with the roster. It looks like I'm cool with it. What do you think of? Are you opposed to Verdugo starting left field, or are you happy with that decision? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, man. It's all open.
You popped on my channel earlier this week and we kind of talked about it with Erica.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Erica as well.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of expected this, you know what I'm saying? Like some of us may have wanted Jason Dominguez to start, but we kind of knew that Verdugo was going to be the move. Yankees are pretty much just, they need his defense. Whatever you get from him from the 9-hole is what you get from him. This is where I stand. He's here. He's playing. I'll never root for our guys to play bad just so I could say, see, we should have started Dominguez. Nope.
Uh-huh.
He's playing. Go. It's as simple as this. Go have yourself a game, Verdugo. Go have yourself a game. Shut us up. Have about, a couple hits, maybe one home run. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But he's playing. There's no sense of arguing over it or saying Dominguez should be there. Maybe, Dominguez will come in a late game situation if the bat is needed. But I just hope that he can get it done. And, whatever we get from him out of the 9-hole is found money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that Verdugo is starting. I'm sure there's some fans that were hoping that Dominguez would get the start. I think there were some fans who thought that Dominguez wasn't going to even make the playoff roster. So there was also that talk. I mean, I kind of thought that yesterday when I saw that Duke Ellis was at the stadium. So I'm like, okay, what does this mean? Does this mean that that Dominguez is going to be left off the roster? But nope, surely not the case. He's on the roster, so is Dominguez. But I'm not. It only made sense to have Dominguez on the roster because to me, it's like why bring him up then leave him off at the roster. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense. And real quick, shout out to Rodney for gifting a Strike Zone membership. Thank you so much, Rodney. So I don't know who got the membership, but if you are in the chat, make sure you thank my guy, Rodney. So shout out to you, Rodney. You're the man.
Pasty's a recipient of that membership.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Well, I don't see Pasty, but if he is listening in or if he is going to tune in, you're welcome. You're welcome. What's up, Nitin? Few other folks, Nitin, Sean, I see you all coming in. Stephen B, what up, what up? Well, we got quite a few people in the chat, so shout out to everybody in the chat. But you know, so do you agree with the moves of obviously we knew Rizzo was going to be left off. I mean, that was obvious. Do you agree with Stroman being left off the roster?
Yeah, because where do you really have a spot for him? Because if this series goes 5, you're gonna throw Cole back out there at game 5. So you don't really need Stroman this series because you're gonna have Cole going 1 today. Monday you're gonna have Cole. Monday you're going to have Rodon. Wednesday you're gonna have, like they said, Luis or Clark Schmidt. They haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
With that time in between, because you got to realize it's Saturday. Maybe game 4, if it goes that far, you go back to Cole. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be on regular 5 days rest. You know what I'm saying, from here. And then if it goes next Saturday, game 5, you go back to Rodon. It's just, my thing is this: they're able to put themselves another guy on the bench because Stroman's not on the roster. And a guy like Mark Leiter Jr. I don't know if you mentioned him either. He's not on the roster either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
not.
Because those two guys, 2 less pitchers, we can add more time. And it's weird too because it's good. It's a good setup, but it's weird that we're not playing back to back. Not playing back to back to start helps us out because we get a day today, and then we're off tomorrow. You can rest your relievers right there. Then you're off another day before facing 2. So you really have a good opportunity to reuse relievers like the good guys that we have, like the Caneleys, the Weavers, the Tim Hills, stuff like that, because you're not playing a lot of back-to-back days. The only back-to-back days we have are the 2 in Kansas City. That's it. So less pitchers might not be needed. It's as simple as that. So why not bring in guys that can come off the bench and help you out in big situations?
Yeah, no, definitely. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I thought initially I thought Stroman was going to be on the roster, honestly, as far as maybe just coming out of the bullpen. More or less, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think he was going to be a starter. I didn't think he was going to start in the series whatsoever. I don't even have him starting in the series in the ALCS. Honestly, if the Yankees get that far, I don't see him as being one of those guys that starts in the rotation. They'll probably more than likely plug in Clark Schmidt if they were to go that far. But are you surprised at all that the Yankees are starting Oswaldo Cabrera over Ben Rice? Are you surprised with that at all?
No, I actually thought it was a move that they could do. Cabrera has some experience at first base. Obviously,
Right.
He's not a first baseman by trade, but I do think he offers more with the bat than somebody like Ben Rice does. I was just going back the other day and watching, obviously we didn't make it last year, but the year before that against Cleveland, where Cabrera had a double and a home run in that game as well. He's a guy that he has pop. You know what I'm saying? With that short porch in right field, you never know. You know what I'm saying? He might be able to give us some more offense. Maybe, Ben Rice might be a tad bit better at first base, but maybe you'll bring him in as a defensive replacement. But I just love, like we've had multiple conversations. I just love finding a way for Waldo to be in this lineup regardless. So he's at first. I do feel like this is a solid lineup. You have the lineup. You want to put that up there?
Yeah, I'll pull up the lineup right now. But before I pull it up, let me just give my thought real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So with Ben, I wanted Oswaldo to start. But I honestly thought that they were going to go with Ben Rice just because I'm trying to think like the Yankees. I'm just trying to think like Boone and the rest of the crew. I thought they would have gone Ben Rice, but just because Oswaldo, I just feel like they've kind of done him a little bit of a disservice, man. He should have gotten more playing time this season. That's why I thought, okay, maybe they're going to go with Ben Rice, but I'm glad they're going with Oswaldo. I really am. I'm glad they're going with Oswaldo Cabrera. They needed that needed to happen. So I know he's not a first baseman by trade, like you said, but I do like the fact that they are playing him. He deserves all the playing time. He deserves all the playing time. And the thing I like about him, and I've said this many times, I like his attitude. Whether he's playing or not playing, the dude's always smiling. He's always in a good mood. Like, you can't ruin his night. You can't ruin his day. And no matter what, the guy just keeps a positive attitude. And that's something that's really important on this team. You definitely don't want to have somebody like that on your team that's in a negative mood. This dude's just always in a good mood. That's what I like about him. He's always smiling. He's very open. Seems very friendly just from seeing him being interviewed and interacting with fans. I mean, he seems very friendly. So I like Oswaldo Cabrera a lot. So I'm glad that they're starting him. But let us talk about the lineup. I got the lineup right there. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You want to read it off?
Yeah. So the lineup for game 1 of the ALDS for our New York Yankees, we got Gleyber Torres leading things off, playing second base. Juan Soto in right field. The captain, the future MVP. I'm sure you agree with that as well. The AL MVP.
Absolutely.
Aaron Judge playing center field. Austin Wells, a Rookie of the Year candidate, is behind home plate in the cleanup spot. Giancarlo Stanton, DH, and Jazz Chisholm is at third base. Anthony Volpe at shortstop. Playing first base for the Yankees, we got Oswaldo Cabrera. And rounding things off, Alex Verdugo will be playing left with our ace, Garrett Cole, on the bump. 6:38 start time. Let's go, Yankees.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, thanks for reading off that lineup. I'll tell you what, when I saw this lineup, man, my reaction was this is a lineup right here. Like this is a good lineup. I know some people may not like this lineup because of certain names that are in this lineup, but I think that for the most part, this is a good lineup. This is the best lineup that you could put out. Now it's just up to these guys to go out there and make it happen. But your reaction to the lineup, you feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, obviously the biggest question mark is going to be the bottom of the order. um, Volpe, Cabrera, and Alex Verdugo. What can they really give you? This is Volpe's first playoff experience right here. But we see that young guys can come through. Like we talked about, Yariel had a good game. I'm hoping that Anthony Volpe can go off. You said on my channel you have Volpe as a guy that needs to have a good series for the Yankees to be successful, and I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you. Oswaldo Cabrera does provide a lot of pop. But his first base could be a question mark. We're going to need our infielders to give him some solid throws. And at the very least, Oswaldo needs to at least keep the ball in front of him on scoops. Don't let it get behind you. And Alex Verdugo's bat is a big question mark. It's as simple as that. Defensively, we know he's been playing left field the majority of the time, but what can he provide for us offensively? Like, are we going to get the Alex Verdugo that, brings some energy, or are we going to get double play Verdugo? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it is. The baseball gods find a way to bring him up in a big spot, and he's going to have to capitalize. I'm rooting for the guy to do well, but if we have bases loaded and he grounds to a double play, I'm going to be pissed. So we'll see.
Well, as and you have every right to be as you should. I'd be reacting the same way because we know how this team is when it comes to double plays. We've seen it all season. So I mean, they led the league in double plays. Not to make it all negative here, but yeah, I do have a question mark about the bottom of the order. Volpe, Cabrera, Verdugo. The another big one for me, it's going to also be Giancarlo Stanton. So I know he usually steps up big in the postseason. He was starting to look all right towards the end of the season, but I'm hoping his postseason success continues for this year. So let's see what happens. Verdugo and Volpe, man, like those two guys need to step up. I'm hoping Volpe comes out and shines in the division series. I really do. Another guy for me, it's gonna be Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not saying he's bad, but I feel like towards the end of the season, though, I feel like he was striking out a lot and he was popping out a lot. So there was also situations with him um, when the bases were loaded and the Yankees had an opportunity. Um, you know, he blew it a couple of times, but it's not as bad as Verdugo. I'll give him that. I mean, I think Jazz is going to shine in the postseason. he wants that energy. He wants that postseason energy. I know he likes
got
to.
it.
He's got it. Yeah, he does have it. Because he does like the noise at Yankee Stadium, and him liking the noise, I think he is looking forward to the postseason, especially with how loud Yankee Stadium is going to be. I think he's going to feed off of that. So, but like you said, the bottom of the order though, they definitely need to step up. I think Cabrera will be fine, but Volpe and Verdugo, those are your question marks. More or less with the bats, not so much with the gloves or with the glove defensively. Although speaking of defense, are you at all concerned with the defense in the infield?
Well, it's always concerning, especially because our defense in the infield has been terrible this year, and especially
Mhm.
Anthony Rizzo. When he does play, saves a lot of bad throws because he's one of the best first basemen, Gold Glove caliber first baseman. But as far as infield, I'm also looking at Austin Wells as a guy that I'm looking to just have a good series in general because bat wise, he needs to protect Aaron Judge. It's as simple as that. And on the field, this team likes to run. So you're gonna have to switch things up. And that's not just on Austin Wells either. The pitchers are gonna have to be smarter for when they step off and maybe quick delivery, stuff like that, to give Austin Wells an opportunity and a chance to be able to throw somebody out. We've seen Austin Wells have some good throws, and we've seen some opportunities where he didn't even have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because guys have gotten a great jump. This team in the Royals is a team that likes to run. So they're a team that can turn a walk into a double or a triple. It's as simple as that. So I feel like if we can hold them on base, on the bases, base running, we might be able to pull this series off because, you steal one base, you got a guy in scoring position for a team that, is young and fast. So I'm looking at Austin Wells as far as to come through bat wise and defense wise.
Yeah, because that was when Rizzo got hurt, I was like, all right, there's definitely a likely chance he's not going to make the ALDS roster. I know they were trying to play it off like, yeah, we don't know, but we all knew that he wasn't going to make it. But that I am a little concerned with the defense because Rizzo, at least he provided some sort of some security over there at first base because he has an excellent glove. But with Cabrera playing there, I'm not saying Cabrera is going to be playing. I don't think he'll play bad. I think he's going to be fine. But it's just not Anthony Rizzo. I just hope that the infield, the defense on the infield, they don't bobble the ball. They don't choke up on simple plays that they should be able to make, right? Because when it comes to the postseason, those little mistakes, they add up. And in the postseason, you don't want to make those mistakes because it could turn into something else. And we want to avoid that at all costs. Because we've seen it in the regular season. Somebody in the infield, right?
Yep.
I hate to say it, but Gleyber Torres, right? He plays that he should be making, simple plays. He messes it up, and then all of a sudden now the team is giving up runs and they lose the game. In the postseason, you can't be doing that. These games are big. It's October baseball, so
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And the infield defense it's something that's been shaky all year, like I said. And then Jazz is still new to third base. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Volpe's known to make an error from time to time, even though he does play great, even though he is our best infield defender. And then we know Gleyber Torres can have his head up his ass and in the clouds sometimes. It's as simple as that. But I'm more or less thinking the guy's got to play clean. And Oswald Cabrera, I just need you to play fine at first. Like, don't, just be okay at first base. It's as simple as that. So
Yeah, just I just hope for me it's just I just hope he's able to the big thing for me with Cabrera is scooping that ball if it hits the dirt.
oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Rizzo is really good at picking up those types of balls that hit the dirt, and he can make those plays. But I think the infield. I think they know what's up. I'm not concerned about the defense in the outfield. I think the defense in the outfield is going to be fine. I mean,
Soto's a little bit concerning
Soto.
now.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Soto is a little bit of my concern. We all know he's not an elite outfielder. We all knew that when the Yankees traded for him. That's not why we got him. We didn't get him for his defense, but his defensive game does concern me a little bit. Wells, I'm not, I'm not, because you've brought up framing with him. I remember you and I have had that conversation about Austin Wells and framing, and that's something that he needs to improve in. But I feel like defensively, he has improved. I feel like he has shown improvement. So hopefully he calls a good game, and if needed, he does play good defense. So
gives us a better shot than Trevino. So
well, I mean, yeah, that's a fact. He does give us a better shot than Trevino. I mean, Trevino is it's nothing. I have nothing against Trevino. I like Trevino, but Wells is the guy. He's our catcher. I mean, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue saying that. But any other any other concerns that you have for this team? Like
yes.
You have other concerns. Okay, go ahead.
Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone just needs to be the reason we don't lose. It's
Okay.
as simple as that. Like Boone, your experience, the most experience in the AL right now, you can't be like if you're gonna be hands off and just let things pan out the way they're going to. I would rather that than Boone make the mistake, the wrong move that cost us. I said it all year round. This team is gonna have to win in spite of Aaron Boone. I don't think he's a good manager. I don't. But realistically, don't be the reason we lose. It's as simple as that. Like, don't sit here and we're up by one ninth inning and say, you know what? Let's put in Clay Holmes. Like, let's not do that. Let's not revert back to our previous BS that we normally do. Like, just don't be the reason we lose, Boone. Like, just come on. And the bats, coming off a long layover, I'm curious to see what they do. Because 6 days off of playing, competitive baseball is a long time.
Yeah.
You're also looking at guys like Aaron Judge. Like, there are some guys I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about Juan Soto. Soto's proven. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Judge, a little bit. I'm about, 70-30 concerned about Judge. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like this is going to be the year he steps up with a guy like Juan Soto in front of him. This is a good opportunity for him. But yeah, the bats getting off to a slow start is a little bit concerning. But we'll see what happens. If we can, in my opinion, the key to success for today's game, have Cole come out there, shut him down, and then maybe we get 1 or 2 runs out the gate will make me feel a whole lot better about this series going forward if the bats can get going off of a long layover. You there?
The bats being off for that long, it could be a little bit. I do feel with the.
Am I?
I could hear you. Yeah.
You're frozen. Okay. Yeah. Who was frozen? Was it me or you?
We're good. I know. I don't know. I think we might have been both frozen.
Okay.
My internet kind of took a little bit of a dive. I don't know why. It does happen.
Okay.
Not all the time.
The chat says.
Okay. I got frozen
because I was like, is it me?
Nah. It's all good. All right. Am I back? Am I back? Are we good? Mm-hmm. Okay. No heart attacks. All right. Cool.
Because you were like staring at the screen. I was like, damn, I must have said something like extremely compelling that he's speechless. Like he's like,
yeah, man. It's like, oh, he got me worried now. Oh God, I got to think of something. I think with the bats, with this team, I think these bats having a few days off, I think it's going to benefit them. Now, if it was a little bit of a younger team, if we're talking like a Baltimore Orioles, where it's like a super young team, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would have loved that layoff for him if it was like a very young team. But I think with this team right here, though, I think it's beneficial. And I think it'll help them out. But so I think the bats are going to be fine personally, because there was because guys like Austin Wells, he was getting worn down a little bit. So towards the end of the season, he looked like he was a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued. So I think guys like him are going to benefit. And I feel like the bullpen is going to benefit too, because the bullpen has been used heavily. So I think with the bullpen being well rested, I think it's going to really benefit them. Cole, who's pitching tonight, right? Cole is, I think Cole having this rest is good for him too, especially, I don't know, his elbow. I know it's probably not a concern, but it's still somewhat of a concern, at least for me, because I know he had that PRP injection. I don't know if in some of these games that he's pitched that if it's ever bugged him, but I think Cole will be fine, because playoff Cole is a different story. So before we get into the predictions, because that's what I'm going to get into next here, man. What are your, as far as the other games go? I know the Guardians and Tigers played each other. The Guardians clobbered them 7-0. Your reaction to that game?
A little bit surprising, especially considering how hot the Guardians have been. But they didn't have Scoble on the mound either, so they were able to get their bats going. I believe they
Yeah.
scored 5 runs in that first before they even got it out, is what they said, right? Yeah, I heard somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard one, because when I tuned in late, because I was on somebody else's channel this morning. When I tuned in late, they were talking about they got 5 runs before they even got one out. So when you come out hitting hard like that, it's hard to win. But we'll see if the Tigers can respond. Guardians gonna want to finish them early, because you don't want to have to go against Scoble multiple times. We'll see what happens. The Mets are currently losing right now by 1. Wheeler's dealing. You know what I'm saying? I've watched the first couple innings with him. He's dealing, and Schwarber came out hot. The next series tonight, Padres versus Dodgers, should be a good one. That's going to be a very entertaining one, in my opinion. I think that might go 5.
5 games, yeah. I think so. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I was surprised about 7-0. I didn't think the Tigers were gonna, if they were gonna lose, I didn't think they were gonna lose that bad. But 7-0 is pretty bad. But right now, yeah, I got the game in the background. The Mets and Phillies, bottom of the 5th, so Phillies are still up 1-0. Wheeler's killing it. He's absolutely dealing for sure. He's wheeling and dealing. Let's see what happens tonight. Yankees Royals, right? Let's hope for a good result there. And Padres Dodgers, I know they lost Musgrove to Tommy John, so he's out. I still think the Padres. You tell me if you agree here, but I still think the Padres could still beat the Dodgers, because Padres still have some good pitching, even with Musgrove out. I feel like these guys can still. I feel like these guys can still hold their own against the Dodgers, because Dodgers don't have Kershaw. I don't know if you saw that, but there's no Clayton Kershaw. So, what are your, just real quick? What is your thought on that series?
Like I said, I think it can go 5. I think ultimately the Dodgers will end up winning.
Okay.
I'm already ready for MLB to start glazing the hell out of Shohei Ohtani in his very first playoff appearance. You already know they're going to be amping him up. Shohei's strike zone is probably going to be small as hell, because they want him to go off the first time he's seeing playoff experience. But I think it'll go 5. But I think ultimately the Dodgers will end up winning. I think it's probably going to be Dodgers and Phillies in the NLCS. I think it'll be us versus the Guardians, and World Series, I think it'll end up being us and the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody also, because someone said 27 likes, hit that like button, guys. Let's get that like up. Make sure you subscribe to the Strike Zone. It gives you good quality content. Best way to support the channel, and it's free.
Yeah, appreciate it. And make sure you guys subscribe to the Ace Avenue. Yeah, we're over 30 minutes into the live stream, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate Ace jumping on with me for the pregame. So it's always great to have you on. But Garrett Cole, what do you got for him tonight? What do you think he's going to do?
I want 8.
You want 8?
I want 8.
But what do you think happens?
7 1/3.
7 1/3.
But I want 8. We saw that this Royals roster can get shut down by a good pitcher, because Corbin Burns did shut them down. They offensively, they didn't set the world on fire against Baltimore. They barely won. They scored what? Baltimore scored 1 run in 2 games. They scored 3 runs in 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to see Cole dominate. I would like to see him dominate like out the gate, us to get some runs and to really just put it in the Royals' head that, you know what, we're the better team. You know, you're in Yankee Stadium. This is different. You know what I'm saying? Get it done. I would like to see Cole at least go 7 1/3, about 8 strikeouts. And let's just let's see a dominated performance. So like I said, I would love to see him go 8 if he's able to go 8 and then just pass it right off to Luke Weaver. That'd be nice.
No doubt. So 7 1/3, you're talking 8 strikeouts. How many walks you think?
Probably about 2 walks.
And earned runs?
I'm gonna say 1.
1 earned run. Okay. I like that. So see other folks dropping in their predictions. Here we go. Nosebleeds, 6 2/3, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 1 run. Zenley's got 8 innings, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. And Ken is trolling. He's saying 8 innings pitched for Cole. Holmes closes for the save.
It sounds like we're losing that game. That Ken's
yeah. Cole. So Sean's got Cole going 8 innings, 14 strikeouts. Wow. Okay, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks.
Yeah. Score wise though, I'm going 7-2.
You're going 7-2. Score wise.
Game.
Okay.
Cole will
I didn't check the. What was that?
Cole will give up the 1. Bullpen will give up the other one. 7-2.
Yeah, I didn't check the over. I didn't check the over under on that, but 7-2. I like that score.
Yeah, because I just want, man. Can we just have baseball guys, for the love of the baseball guys? Can we just have one postseason where it's just kind of just smooth sailing, where we don't got to worry? You know what I'm saying? Can we just get one? It's been 15 years since we held up that trophy, man. Can we just get one smooth, easy playoff run? That'd be so lovely.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. I would love for that to happen, man. Let's hope this is the year. I mean, the Yankees, to me, compared to 2 seasons ago, I feel a little more confident going into this postseason than I did in 2022. If I'm being honest, man. 2020. What was that?
No excuses this year.
Yeah. For me, my Cole prediction, I'm like close to you. I'm going to go 7 innings. I'll give him 7 strikeouts. I'm sticking with the same number of walks as you are, and I'm going with 1 earned run as well.
Okay.
So that's my prediction for Cole. You said 7-2. Score prediction. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'll go 5-2. I'm gonna go 5-2. I think the Yankees will score. I think the Yankees will score 5 in today's game. So that's what I'm thinking.
You got any home runs?
Oh, home runs always, man. You know I'm always gonna have home runs. I'm gonna have Judge is gonna be my guy. All right, I got to go Judge. I'm gonna go Judge. You know what? I think Stanton's gonna hit a bomb too, man. I got Judge, Stanton. And as far as a wild card goes, and I don't know if you want to call me a troll for one, then that's fine. I'm gonna go Verdugo.
Okay.
Just as just to get himself fired up and get the crowd fired up. Those are gonna be my 3 picks right there. What about you?
I'm gonna go Soto in his first playoff game with the Yankees.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Anthony Volpe.
All right.
We need the kid to come through and start feeling good about himself. So I think Soto and Volpe go yard.
So you only got Soto and Volpe?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got Judge, Stanton, and Verdugo. Those are going to be my picks. But Volpe, boy, I would love for him to hit a home run. For me, the big thing about Volpe is I just want Volpe to just get hits, get on base, and create those opportunities for the guys behind him. That's what I want for Volpe. I mean, I've said it before. When a couple of weeks ago, I'm not too worried about the home runs with Volpe. If he hits one, fine. Like, I'm not going to complain, obviously. But when it comes to Volpe, listen, just get hits, get on base, draw walks. You know, you don't have to hit 20 home runs. If you don't hit 20 home runs, fine. If you only end up hitting like 12 or 15 home runs or something, like fine. But you know, you're just, you know, be a contact hitter. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. So what about double plays?
I'm gonna say we get none tonight. I'm feeling
None.
good.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no DPs tonight, unless Alex Verdugo comes up with a guy in front of him. Then it might be one. But yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna feel good tonight and go none.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm going one. I'm going one. I'm pretty hopeful. Because usually I say two because this team is known to hit into a couple of double plays, in most games that they play. But I'm gonna go one. I'm actually feeling. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this team. So, you know, like I said, do you think, you know what? Another question. Do you think there will be any stolen bases tonight?
Oh yeah, there needs to be. We need at least two. I would say I'd feel comfortable. We got about at least two.
Two stolen bases. Yeah,
Yep.
stolen bases would be nice. I'd love to see two stolen bases. I mean, three would be better, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, two. I could see two. That's definitely a possibility because we need Jazz to get on.
Yep.
If Jazz can get on, man, he can steal. And before the season ended, I mean, there were times where they were double stealing. So it was great to see because that was something that the team wasn't doing before. But I think if you could get Jazz and Volpe on together, that would be ideal. And then if you have them both on, although I don't think they're batting anywhere
Well,
near
no.
each other in the lineup,
Well, no,
are
they're
they?
back to back.
They're back to back. Okay, yeah, I had to
Yeah,
look at the
that's what I'm
lineup
saying.
again.
So
Yeah.
that could cause some havoc if Jazz and Volpe are able to get up with Cabrera up. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to get a double steal, might be able to get two steals just on that one play. You never know.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I I like the idea that the Yankees added Duke Ellis to the roster. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, why not have more speed? I know they have Birdie, but you know, you want to have that speed because Kansas City has that. And you
Yep.
know, with adding Duke Ellis, it just looks like, you know, okay, the Yankees are they're thinking strategic. You know, I think Boone and the rest of the coaching staff and the front office, I think they really, you know, did their homework and they didn't just put out any kind of roster. I think they really took the time to figure out like who should be on this roster and who shouldn't be. So you know, you don't see Stroman, you don't see Mark Leiter Jr. Obviously, there is no Rizzo, there is no DJ LeMahieu. Even though DJ LeMahieu, when he was taking batting practice at the stadium, I was like, "Huh, could this be a possibility?" I hope not, but you know, they didn't. They obviously left him off. So I really think, as far as the roster goes, I think the Yankees did a good job of you know, forming this roster. So I think they played it smart. So this is the roster. This is the best roster that they could put out. So it's on them. I know you mentioned Boone about you
Mm-hmm.
know, not you know, just letting things play out. But as far as Boone goes, let's see. If no World Series this season,
Oh, he's
is
out of there.
he's gone?
Yep. In my opinion, he's out of there. There's no
Yeah.
reason. Like, there's no reason the Yankees shouldn't represent the AL in the World Series. Now, if they win it, that's a whole different story. It just depends on who they're facing. But, you know, you have a team in Kansas City that we've had success against the entire Central. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously the score is 0-0 in the playoffs. Anything can happen. But I just feel like there's no excuse this year. We need to at least get back to the World Series at the very minimum.
Yeah, yeah, no, that you know, that's what I'm thinking with Boone. I think after, depending on how things play out, if there is no World Series, I can see this being his final season. I mean, he does have an option for 2025, but I don't think the Yankees exercise that. I don't know who would be the manager to replace him. I have no idea. I would have
Well,
loved.
we'll worry about that.
We'll worry about that at the time.
I'm
I'm not gonna get into that rabbit hole, but
let's focus on
we
getting
gotta
some
focus
W's.
on this postseason.
What's your prediction for this series? Because like I said, I'm saying 4 Yankees in 4.
Yeah. So I remember you asked that question to me on your show. I'm still sticking with 5.
Okay.
Honestly, I will stick with 5 because I think Kansas City is still, they're still a good team. I mean, they're definitely no slouch. I think they're gonna. I still say they're gonna fight hard because they still have a good pitching. They got a good pitching roster. Because you got
pitchers,
Waka, Reagans, right? They're gonna see Seth Lugo, so they're gonna go up against some tough pitching. So I still have them going 5, honestly. But I think I say the Yankees are going to pull it off. And, I said in the offseason too, as far as the Royals go, that was a team that you didn't want to sleep on because they made some good moves in the offseason. They made some smart moves in the offseason. They went out there and spent some money and they built a team, and they were definitely made some noise, a little bit of noise during the deadline too. They didn't stop at the deadline. They still made some moves at the deadline. But my biggest thing with the Yankees, it's not even I'm not concerned about their pitching. It's their bats. It's just they could hit. The hitting is not the issue. The issue is when these guys have runners on base, they don't score, and it's like a foregone conclusion. We talked about it, right? Bases loaded, second and third. It's like, and they don't capitalize on that, and that's been a big concern with runners in scoring position. I'm hoping that they are going to do a good job of that when they have runners in scoring position, and not worry about popping the ball up or hitting into those double plays, like just sack fly, base hit, let's get those runs in. Don't just be so dependent on the home run ball,
Yep.
So
did you check out the Royals lineup?
I did not check the Royals lineup. Which you got it?
Yeah, Massey at second, Witt Jr. at short, Pasquantino, DH, and Perez catching, Gurriel at first, Melendez left field, Famine right, Isabel in center field, and Garcia at third. The two bats that really scare me, obviously Bobby Witt Jr. Say he's a good ball player, great ball player, I should say. And Perez steps up against us. We did have a hard time with Perez when we faced him. I'm saying? Those are the two guys that, there's a guy in between them. They're not going back to back, but those are two guys that could actually, that we're going to actually have to lock in against,
Agreed. Yeah. Salvador Perez, Bobby Witt, those are their big bats. Those are their big bats. I'm not saying the other guys in that lineup aren't great, because they are. They got some there's some other guys in that lineup that could hit, but the two that are big threats is Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt. And if Bobby Witt gets on base, he can he could run, right? So Yankees need to pay attention to him big time. And Perez, he does kill the Yankees. I feel like he does well against guys like Rodon, I feel like, right? So I'm not sure about their history, but I feel like anytime he's played against Rodon, I feel like he hits off of Rodon big time. But we'll see. Right now they got to face Cole, and I think Cole is you're gonna see playoff Cole. So it's a playoff Cole is he's a different animal. He's just got a different fire under him, and I think he'll be fine. But what are you doing? What's everybody doing for food? What are you doing for food, man?
I just read up on some Wendy's before I came on the stream.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I made sure that I went ahead and got the food out the way so I can keep the energy up, because I'll be streaming in about 15, 20 minutes. I'll be on. So yeah, it should be a good time.
Yeah. So folks, if you are wanting to tune into the play-by-play, Ace is going live. He is going live. So make sure you guys are not subscribed. Make sure you guys do subscribe and go check out the play-by-play. with Ace. He does a really good job there. I won't be doing the play-by-play. I know some people were asking in the chat, but I am not doing play-by-play. I'll be at my family's house watching the game and also tuning into the fights tonight. So I'll be doing that. So busy day with with fights and
Good sports day.
good
College
sports
football.
day. Yeah, a lot of baseball, a lot of fights, and a lot of there's a WWE pay-per-view for all my WWE fans out there. So there's a lot of activity, and it's like, Nosebleed said, Bad Blood at 6, so that's that WWE pay-per-view. So we got some wrestling fans amongst us, but looks like the Mets, real quick, the Mets Phillies, I think, is heading into the bottom of the 6th. Yep. It's still a 1-0 game. Wheeler is still pitching well. Wheeler's the real deal, man. I like Zach Wheeler. That guy is. The Phillies were smart to extend him, but as far as food goes, I don't know what the family has cooking up at the house, but I'm sure it's something good, because it never fails with their cooking. So looking forward to that. But we got Max in the building. What up, Max? He's saying Chia. What's up, Max? How you feeling, Max? Talk to us, bro. Are you hyped up? How do you feel about the lineup, the roster? Talk to us, Max. What is going on? I see some folks are dropping food.
What do you
My
eat?
boy TC said
you probably got party food. Yeah, you did say you were getting some home cooking, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my family's old school, so there's always a lot of home cooking. So nice. Super old school, very they're traditional. Not to say they don't order out. They do from time to time, but they definitely love to cook at home. That my mother especially, she is very old school. So but yeah.
So you got a full slate. So you're watching the Yankees, the fight, and wrestling.
I'll probably keep up on the highlights. Like, I'll probably read up on the posts as far as the pay-per-view goes. Mm-hmm. But I'll definitely be tuning into the UFC fights, because I do not miss UFC fights, especially the pay-per-view ones. That's something I don't miss. I'm just like baseball, I'm very passionate about combat sports. I'm a big combat
we had that
sports
conversation.
fan. Yeah. Okay. But not just UFC, not just MMA, boxing too. I'm a big boxing fan. I love boxing.
Who's the main event for tonight?
For UFC?
Yep.
Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree.
Who you got?
I'm going Pereira because dude's just an animal, but I could see, but if Khalil lands one, I could see him knocking him out. But
I think say that
Pereira,
for anybody that all it takes is one hit.
Yeah, but Pereira's got some heavy hands, or not Pereira. Roundtree has some heavy hands. If he lands one, it's like you're gone, you're out. So
there you go. Max says you need a second chance of the fight zone.
The fight zone? Ha 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 ha. That's actually a good name. I actually, what's funny is I have a fight channel set up. I just haven't put out any content. So I just need to figure out how I want to go about it. But the name of the channel is actually called Rolling with NFE. And if you know the term rolling, that's it's a jiu-jitsu thing. So
not that kind of rolling. No.
Yeah, I saw what you did. I'm like, yeah. Nah, it's not that kind of rolling. It's a jiu-jitsu term. Mm-hmm. So rolling. So when you're on the ground, you're sparring or rolling. So let's roll, right? So that's what it. That's the name of the channel. But the fight zone, Max, I might. Solid. That is pretty solid. I might. You know what? I'm gonna write that one down. And I'm not even kidding. Look, I got the pen in my hand, and I'm actually writing it down. The fight zone, strike zone, yeah. So, and I do want to get a fight channel going, though. I think that would be pretty dope, because I love fights. So, and the fact that I get to talk about it with other people I know, it's always a lot of fun. Nice. But yes indeed. And yeah, folks, Brad is saying I'm having a triple date tonight, family lounge and remote. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. And Max wants 2% royalties. Hey, bro, I better get some royalties from your channel too. 2%. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
tweeting about UFC. I'll be tweeting. Yeah, you'll see my retweets with UFC stuff on my X page. So, but
cool.
I need to make a separate X page for that. But you're not a big fight fan, or you? I know you like boxing, not
Boxing,
UFC
yes.
though.
Not UFC. I could, I watch it, but boxing is kind of where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep up more with boxing and stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's not something I would do on a channel. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do boxing or anything on a channel because I don't pretend to act like I'm some boxing expert. I just like some of the guys. I know what they can do, and that's about it. So
Yeah, no, fair enough. I respect that. I mean, if you did boxing, I would say to make a separate page for it. But who's your boxer? Who do you like
Ryan
right now?
Garcia. I like Ryan
Ryan
Garcia.
Garcia, really?
Ryan's my guy.
Okay.
Tank is legit. Ryan's my guy though.
Ryan Garcia. Okay. Okay. Um, I don't know. There's so many names now. You know, it's like not even funny. I mean, like in the past, I could easily say Mike Tyson or Roy
Yeah,
Jones
of course.
Jr.
Floyd
Those
Mayweather.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd, yeah, Floyd, absolutely. Pacquiao, I could say Pacquiao as well. I was a big Triple G fan. I liked Lomachenko. Um, Devin Haney. Devin Haney.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could be better.
Crybaby Haney. Yeah.
Yeah. What crybaby?
Yeah. After he got smacked by Ryan Garcia, like.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did get lit up. And Max is saying Ryan is a loser. Tank Davis and Canelo, baby.
I wonder if Max would say that to Ryan Garcia if he ever saw him.
TC saying Butterbean. Hot Li says hot take: pro wrestling is better than boxing, MMA, and UFC. That's totally your opinion, but okay.
Yeah.
Crawford. I am a big Crawford fan. I do like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Lomachenko is a good one too. Like there's a lot of good fighters in boxing nowadays. So
Yeah, there really is, and there's that one fighter from boxer from Japan, Inoue, I think is his name. He's pretty legit. That dude's pretty dope. But they were talking about doing a fight between Crawford and Canelo. I think that would be an interesting matchup, but I think Canelo would win, honestly.
yeah.
I could be wrong. There's one coming up next week with Berta Biev and Bivol. So it's just two guys from Russia. Well, one is Dagestani, even though Dagestan is in Russia, but you're going to have those two guys square up next week, and that should be a fun fight. So you might want to tune in to that one, in case you're interested.
Definitely.
But I know you got to go, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold you up. And yes, Marshall, I agree. Canelo versus Benavidez, that fight needs to happen. I don't know why they're not making that fight happen, but that's a conversation for a different day. But Ace, I know you have to go, but any final words that you have for the chat, for myself, whatever, let it all out, man.
If this ain't the year, I don't know when it's going to be. It's as simple as that. No Astros, no Orioles. Let's go New York Yankees. Let's get number 28. 28's a good day for me. My birthday falls on a 28. Year 2 of the Ace Avenue would love nothing more than to call a Yankee championship, and it starts today. In about 30 minutes is when it starts. Let's go. The quest for 28, and I cannot wait. I'm excited. First postseason game I will be calling, and I can't wait. Let's get it done.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And real quick, just so everybody knows, it's top of the 7th, 1-0. Wheeler, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. So he's having himself a game. He's at 91 pitches right now. He is out there. Look, this is probably going to be his last inning. So, so I think once he gets done with this inning, that'll be it for him. But Ace, bro, I always love having you on, man. Love your takes.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on as always. I know go do your thing for the play-by-play. I'll pop in and say what's up. You know how I do, man. And folks, make sure you guys go check out the Ace Avenue. Make sure you all subscribe to his channel, and let's continue growing his channel. Let's give him the support that he deserves.
Appreciate that. On the road to 2K, we're gonna get there. It's gonna be a good season. Let's end the season strong, baby. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's definitely get you to that 2K, man. You're getting there. You're slowly but surely climbing up there. So
Appreciate
make
that,
it
man.
happen, man.
Thanks, man. All right, man. Well, I'll see you later. Like I said, I'll be streaming in about 15 minutes. So let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees. That's right.
All right, dude.
See you later, bro. Well, shout out to the Ace Avenue folks. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Ace Avenue. Does a great job over there at his channel. Does a good job with the play-by-plays. I've jumped on with him a couple of times on his channel. So really cool guy, really supportive. So I have nothing negative to say, all positive. Folks in the chat, thank you all for tuning in as you always do. There's probably between Twitter or between X and YouTube. I think there might have been close to 70 people in here, which is pretty awesome. So thank you all for coming on. Let's hope the Yankees can get game 1 tonight. This was my my first postseason pregame that I've done. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see what this team is going to do. This is their year. I feel like this is their year. If it's not, like Ace said, if this isn't it, I don't know what is. I don't know what year it is. But Yankees got to go out there and win. But folks, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. All right. And I will be live tomorrow. to recap the game. And we'll recap the game. We'll talk about it. Hopefully, we're all in a good mood. Hopefully, we're all in a happy mood. All right. But I appreciate you all coming on. Go watch the game. Go enjoy your food. Go enjoy your evening. All right. Enjoy your Saturday. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Let's go Yankees. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Let's go Yankees.